to look at each other's data and see what they're doing differently. So in some cases that works for you as a rider, in some cases it doesn't. You know, last few corners he made that move back underneath and made it stick, and here's Sarko almost just like he was stood still, looked like Deco was almost cruising, he just couldn't put his power after the ground. And yeah, it's a strange one. I don't think I won't be happy with that. He's a very small rider. Just lead races himself. He doesn't have that brother. You know, a lot of people say Alex Marquez is the only way he is because of his brother, but I think this really does show that Alex is a MotoGP to stay. He's a firm championship contender, and I think they'll be doing a lot more silly things than to write Alex off as a championship favourite, because whilst other people are maybe making mistakes and slipping up, Alex is just knocking off those points finishes, and he's on the podium consistently. He's apart from his little off at Le Mans last 2 weekends ago, he's been on the podium, I think, in nearly every race this season. But for me, it's great to see Fabio Gianantonio on the podium. He's a great guy, and he really deserves that. The whole VR46 racing team will be super happy with that result. You know, it's been a pretty good weekend for them so far, a bit difficult with some penalties for Frankie Morbidelli in qualifying, but for Fabio Gianantonio to be on the podium in the first race of the weekend, these guys in the sprint race, it's great. I'm sure Valentino will back over to go.
That's the team as well. That's the team.
I'm sure we'll see Uccio down in the little Park Fermi there on the racetrack celebrating with his rider. As we see Mark and Alex just chatting away to their team, there's a massive grin on Alex's face, and rightly so. You should be so happy with that race. He rode fantastically. He never looked out of shape or uncomfortable once in it. You know, he just owned it. He got to the front, he set his pace, and he was confident in it. And never once did he need to look back. Never once did he need to stress out. His brother kept him honest for the good part of the mid-race, but he soon just kind of put the hammer down towards the end, and kind of disappeared a little bit into the distance. But Mark Bezzecchi with a fine fourth place there, and we get a replay of our start here in the middle of pictures in front of the bridge as the screen's saying he just didn't get that launch, and he just seemed to kind of go backwards from there. And as me and Duncan have been saying at the start of the race, to get that rear right hand device up, you really need to pull a fair bit of brake pressure. But for Marco Bezzecchi to salvage that result out of that start, I think that's incredible. It gets me excited for tomorrow's race to see what Marco can do. You know, we know that Aprilia can manage its rear tyres better than a lot of the bikes on the grid. So I think that tomorrow Bezzecchi might be a bit of a dark horse. If he can get that start sorted out, he'll be up there with the best of them. I think Bezzecchi for a podium tomorrow afternoon, if I'm honest with you.
Is there a chance for me to get an autograph?
I don't know, you never know.
You see Fabio Gianantonio and a good winners at closure. We're just going to hear from him from the Dorna Live feed.
I wish I could have your autograph so bad. What? Oh, I'm just
kidding. We did a couple races where we struggled, but yeah, we were refining the feeling, so I'm super happy. I just want to have the feet on the ground. Tomorrow is a long race, but today we enjoy. Congratulations. Thank you.
You can see it better on the live.
He knows that tomorrow's long race is going to be a different story altogether, but I think that was a fantastic ride from him. He showed strong pace right up through the race there, and even at the end he was making inroads at Marc Marquez in second place. So I think Fabio tomorrow is going to have a good go at it, and I think if he can just get a little bit of a better start and clear some of the other riders a bit sooner in the race, I think he could be a real contender for the front of this the main race tomorrow afternoon, the 20 lapper. It's going to be interesting to see everybody manages their tyres for it. But we're going to jump back down to Park Fermi as the Dorna Live feed speaks with Marc Marquez.
Do you think he has a pet? Huh?
but I'm sure you're pleased with the second place, battling through from row 2 and after that brilliant opening lap as well.
Yeah, I started aggressive in a good mode and I take risks that first lap because starting on the second row was the way.
No,
Just the mistake on that turn 3 when I crashed yesterday. I saw that I was going in too fast and I decided to open the door and yeah, then I follow Alex, but he was super fast on that 7, 8, 9 is his strong point and my weak point. Then I was recovering a bit, but yeah, today he was faster, so congrats to him, and we achieved the maximum for us.
Great job, well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Making sure that they don't make the same mistakes for tomorrow. Now, see here in the early laps of the race, he just went into the village. They were just a little bit hot, bike got a little bit out of line, and just he had to let off the brake and run wide. And that was the same lap. Fermin Aldeguer did the same thing, and it just that was what allowed Alex Marquez to get out the front. But we're seeing a lot of banding there on Marc Marquez's front tire on the right hand side there.
Because you're just recording them.
Yeah, that's not probably what is. What was sent them back towards the end of the race, but Jack Appleyard is now with Alex Marquez.
Because he's got a Samsung.
Alex, at last you get a gold medal on a Saturday. Just how good does this feel and just how good did you feel around this Silverstone circuit?
I mean, yeah, I'm super happy. I think it was the perfect sprint that we should do it.
right?
I mean, we did everything in the perfect thing. It's true that Wizards did a mistake. In the start, it was not a really good, nice one, but later on, I was able to control the first corner, second one, that always is tricky, you know, and be there again on second. Then Mark overtook me, so I beat in that moment. And yeah, later on, you know, when he went with one, I say, okay, now I need to bring my pace, need to go until the end, and it was a really good feeling with the bike. So everything was nice, everything was perfect. Too short to be sprint, you know, because I was enjoying a lot on the bike. But yeah, tomorrow is the most important day, so we need to keep focused.
Brilliant ride, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I think it goes without saying that Alex Marquez was a fantastic race there. He looked in control from the start, and you know he'll be feeling good for tomorrow. He didn't look like he ran into any issues towards the end, but yeah, I think Alex did a fantastic job there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Gresini rider can do again tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a fantastic race.
Where's Mark then?
Oh, he's just there in front.
Look there. There's Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've got two.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tissot Grand Prix of United Kingdom Sprint Podium Ceremony. I'd like to welcome Guidry Liskeskinier from the FIM representative to hand over the third place medal to Fabio De G. Antonio for the Pertamina Enduro VR46 race team.
Yay!
And Guidry Liskeskinier, the FIM representative, to once again hand over the second place medal to Marc Marquez, Ducati Lenovo team. To present the winner's medal, Marcus Smith, rugby player and Tissot ambassador, to hand over the winner's medal to Alex Marquez for the VK8 Gresini Racing MotoGP. And now, it's time to celebrate with a Prosecco shower.